Was good, was good, was good. We here. Another episode of From the Nosebleeds. Episode 12. Season 3. And we're in the Billy, and we here, y'all. We definitely here. Your boy J Mo's in the building. Corey, C Sizzle. What's going on, man?
Not a whole lot.
Well, a whole lot has happened.
True.
Tell you that much.
True.
Tell you that much. In the sports world, a lot of things is going on, and we're definitely gonna get into it. But you know what time it is, and we'll start this thing off right, man. How's everything going?
I can't complain. I cannot complain, man. It's good. We're at an interesting time of year. You know, it's sports season. It's clutch time for basketball. Obviously, kind of a dead period for football, but we do have the draft coming up. Spring training for baseball. Hockey is doing this thing right now, going crazy. So it's a good time to be a sports fan. I can't lie. It's no complaints over here. The weather's good. It was a little bipolar. You know what I mean? Got a little sick, but that's all good. It's part of being in Florida. So I cannot complain, man. How about you?
Man, to everything you just said, it's been wild. Black History Month. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of things have been transpiring. A lot of good things. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying?
Shout out.
Exactly. Lots of people. You know what I'm saying? We definitely got past Valentine's Day. You know what I'm saying? Who? So made it out of that. And a lot of good things have happened. You know what I'm saying? And then we're going to get into that as well. Definitely going to miss football, the NFL, but we can definitely look forward to all the other sporting events that are transpiring and coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like
Facts.
all the
Facts.
things that you just alluded to.
Facts.
Personally, everything's doing really good so far, so I can't really complain.
We can't ignore the elephant in the room. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? This is the first episode since the last episode, which was before Super Bowl.
Correct.
So, Super Bowl came and went. And
It did.
I think last time we talked, a lot of things were said. You know what I'm saying? Some came true and some didn't. Some didn't.
Yep.
Before we even get started, I just want to kind of take the stage for a minute just to address, some things that I said that
I would like for you to.
they didn't go the way that I said they would. And I pride myself on
A lot of
speaking
times
truth.
they don't.
It happens from time to time, you know what I mean? But this one I feel like I should address because I pride myself on speaking the truth to the people that listen to us. And
Yep.
I told some lies. I told some lies. I did.
Bold-faced lies.
Your voice came out on top. Fly Eagles fly. I see the jersey, you know what I mean? I hope you enjoyed the parade and all that good stuff, you know what I mean?
I did. I went.
I was wrong about a lot of stuff. I was. Philadelphia came and played. They showed up. Not only did they show up, they showed out. They made Patrick Mahomes look below average.
Mm-hmm.
I think the word you like to use is dog water.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much how I would describe the Chiefs' performance the
Dog
other
water
week.
with a little bit of worms in it. But
Not
go ahead.
healthy. Not healthy.
At all.
Not sanitary. So yeah, man, I want to apologize for anyone who took betting advice from me. I apologize for anyone who was, a Philly fan that was offended by me. I apologize. I can't remember if I called you crazy on the last show or not, but if so, I apologize. If I didn't say it, I was thinking it, but I apologize. That's on me. That's on me. But yeah, man, I just want to get that off my chest. And I'm still a man of my word. I said that next episode I was gonna wear a Philly jersey.
Mm-hmm.
I ordered it. It just has not come in yet. But I still promise y'all, next episode I'm gonna be dripped out in that ugly ass Kelly green for sure, for sure,
Watch your mouth when you
for
say
sure.
ugly. However, I definitely will accept that half-ass apology.
Appreciate it.
And yeah, it's all good, because like a man of my word and a man that does on this show, I believe I've been right majority of the time. Almost majority of the time, right?
More than 50% of
A
the time.
lot of things, a little bit more than 50, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm at a C average right
Yeah.
now. I'm at a C average, and I think that I was 100% certain that this was definitely going to happen, right? For everything that I alluded to the last episode. A lot of times, man, history doesn't lie. And when you go back to it, right, it's just never been done, right? So when it's never been done, what makes you think it's going to happen this year? And granted, what makes you think that the sports books are going to allow it to happen? And I didn't think it was going to be a blowout. No one thought that that was going to happen. Could you tell me it was going to be 24-0 at a halftime? Would I would have bet that? No. So I definitely didn't see that coming. So, but because like I said, I definitely said that they were going to win by a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
But not no 24-0. So they definitely overachieved when I set the expectation. But when I was watching the game, you could tell from the time the clock started, the Chiefs were playing like defending champions. The Eagles were playing to kill.
They were hungry.
No, starving. I mean, like they didn't eat in 30 days.
Oh,
Starving. I mean, have you ever fasted? You
I
ever
can't make
fasted
it
for like 24 hours?
Yeah, barely made it. Barely.
Okay, and when you got that meal, you tore it up.
Been gone.
That's what it was in the Super Bowl. Chiefs been gone since the time 15 minutes started. And that's exactly how Patrick Mahomes was. He was top-shot sliding the entire time.
All night. All night.
I thought he was dancing with the stars.
His feet are probably still tired.
Literally. That's probably what his next move is going to be, Dancing with the Stars. I wouldn't surprise if he's on there this summer.
True.
Travis Kelce's definitely going to be on there.
Yeah, he's done. He's full-time Dancing with the Stars.
Full time. So that was the difference. Like, it was crazy, bro. Like, these boys were starving. It was a revenge game like you ever see it. Have you ever seen a revenge game? In that history, a lot of times when it comes down to it, revenge games, majority of the time, always goes into the other person's favor. A lot of times. You could say that, oh, it didn't happen for the Bills, but a lot of things weren't going the Bills' way, and granted, they only lost by 3 to only Josh Allen. So if you think about it, like, did the Chiefs really beat the Bills? Like, come on now. Like, they lost to 3 to 1 person. Look at it from a broader perspective. If Josh Allen had a weapon, one weapon, they would have lost to Josh Allen. And let's be real. If Stephon Diggs was still there, I guarantee they would have lost. They lost to 3 by Josh Allen himself.
Yeah.
Like, let's put it all in perspective and let's be real. So you want to say, oh, they lost to the Bills again. Okay, but you lost to the MVP by 3. And he had nobody, technically. You had a bunch of no-names. So like give him a stud and you probably would have lost, my boy. So like just don't hype yourself up. And just don't like the Chiefs weren't that good this year. And they skated by. Yes, they're 15-1. They skated by a lot of those wins. I watched a video. I literally watched a video. This was like a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
Of all the wins that they won by 1, got a block field goal, got a this, got a that, got a that. Their season could have been like literally 9-5 if a lot of certain things would have didn't go their way. It could have easily went like 9-5, easily. Like couple little possessions made it 15-1. Granted, it is what it is, right? The record is the record. And you can argue me down. You can say what it is. You can do whatever. Oh, they're 15-1. But they did not play well to get there. They weren't killing teams. They weren't beating people down. They were praying every single possession to the last second to get a win. And they got it. They had to make the wind blow for the Lord to make the wind blow for to get a field goal to go the opposite way. A lot of those wins were a block field goal or it hit a pole. So like, come on now. And the Chiefs literally got dog water beat in the Super Bowl. They showed who they really were this year by a real team who was really prepared and really showed their flawed weaknesses and showed how bad Patrick Mahomes was all year. Not just Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes has not been good all year.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just throw that out there. That being said, I am very happy, not only for my boy Jalen Hurts, but for Saquon Barkley. Because we did talk about this, and we said if he does not win the championship, everything that he did pass up would have been for nothing.
Yeah, meaningless for sure.
Meaningless. And they came out with the dub. And so I'm really happy for all those boys, man. AJ Brown, like Devontae Smith, like these boys deserve it. Goddard, all of them, right? Like that whole team really deserves. And Jalen Hurts. And the other reason why I knew they were going to win, right? There was a panel of analysts right before the game. Everybody talked about how terrible Jalen Hurts was.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody talked about how terrible Jalen Hurts was, how he can't throw. He's inaccurate. He sucks, basically, right? And they said, who is going to win the Super Bowl? You know how you like go and head-to-head and like, and he was watching it. Like it shows him a video of him watching. And every analyst gave a reason why the Chiefs were going to win. They said, oh, Jalen's this, Jalen's that. The Chiefs are going to win. Chiefs are going to win. Chiefs, 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 Chiefs. Jalen is looking at that. He goes and walks off. No reaction. He shakes his head and walks off. That's how I knew he was going to kill their ass. Kill them.
Yeah, that's what happened.
That's exactly what happened. So, like I said, it was a great Super Bowl. The defense played crazy, but not only that, the offense did what they needed to do, and it was led by Jalen Hurts. Everybody thought that Saquon was going to, do his thing, but the Chiefs stopped Saquon, and Jalen was like, all right,
mm-hmm.
I'm going to do my thing. He threw he threw for 2 touchdowns, 221 yards, rushed for 72 yards, and ran for a touchdown. Like, he just perfect game. It was a really good game. Patrick Mahomes didn't have a lot of his yards to like the last garbage time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when he started getting a lot of his yards. But he threw for 2 picks.
Was it 2? I thought it was 3. Was it 2?
Yeah, it was 2. I think one of them was like the other guy dropped it.
Okay.
But one was a pick 6. So
That's right. Yeah.
But that's what really changed the ball game, really. And Jalen Hurts was a Super Bowl MVP. So it was a good game, man, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. But I do have a question.
Yeah, for sure.
Does Jalen, right? Does he get a little bit more respect? Will he get a little bit more respect now since he's won this Super Bowl and got over the hump now, over the elite of quarterbacks that he's compared to?
No, he won't, but he should. That's the issue with me. I most definitely think he climbed a couple spots on my list personally.
Okay.
But in terms of how he's perceived in the public by analysts and other sports guys, I still don't think they respect it. I don't think that visually it's what they were looking for. You know what I mean? I think they wanted him to go out and throw for 350 and 4 touchdowns and run for 1 too. You know what I mean? But I mean, not only Jalen himself, but really Philadelphia as a whole, they do what they need to do. They're not out there for statistics. I mean, clearly, let's look at Saquon. He had a chance to break a record that's never been done before. And he said, nah, like, I'm not here for numbers. I'm here for that ring. And that's exactly what happened. So I look at Jalen Hurts kind of the same way. Like, he showed us earlier this season, right? That one week, everyone was talking trash about him and A.J. Brown, blah, blah, blah. Then the next week, he went and threw for 300 and was like, oh, that's what y'all wanted? You know what I mean? He can do that. That's obvious. He can when he needs to, but that's just not his style. He could care less about the rankings, the ratings, the stats, all that. All he cares about is the dub. So for that reason, like, no, I think people are still gonna view him as, outside of the top five. There's it's still gonna be Lamar, Allen, Patrick, whatever. But in my book, though, I probably got him at number 4. He's definitely top five. I'm leaning towards top 3, but right now I put him at number 4. So in my book, he most definitely gained a ton of respect for sure.
Nah, I definitely agree. I've always thought he was top 5 quarterback
Hmm.
because I think that he's just really underrated. Like
Yeah,
in as far as like, because he, just like you said, he can do it. Is he a top quarter? Is he a top 3? No, I wouldn't put him top 3. But I mean, winning the Super Bowl will give him a few more spots. But I thought before that he was top 5. I thought he was number 5. I think, given for what you just said, 4 is respectable now winning the Super Bowl. I just think in the style of play, in the system that he's in, he's not going to have always the stats, but he's always going to be in the conversation statistically. I mean, because at the end of the day, he always has rushing touchdowns. He's always going to have a lot of passing and rushing touchdowns, or he just needs to get his passing touchdowns up a little bit. I mean, passing yards up a little bit. And if he gets that up, I think he might be able to edge up a little bit more because he has that Super Bowl
right.
above all the elites. Because no one else has that besides
No,
Patrick Mahomes,
literally, all the ones in the top 5 that everyone's gonna name, none of them got a ring except Pat. You're right,
except Pat. And
except Pat, and now
if
Jalen.
he
Yeah.
gets a little bit more stats,
Hmm.
he can be 2.
Yeah.
He
Facts.
can legit be 2 because
Facts.
none of them are going to the Super Bowl,
No.
let alone the damn. You know what I'm saying? None of
Right.
them are going to the Super Bowl twice within 5 years, let
Facts.
alone freaking winning one. But everyone's getting MVPs
Hmm.
and getting all these other individual recognitions, so that's why he's always going to be like 4 or 5. But if he gets his stats up a little bit more,
Yeah.
he can be 2 easy.
For sure.
But Super Bowl MVP is like, that's a little bit more significant
That's
than
that's a that's a trump card in
he's
my opinion.
that's a trump card. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see what kind of motivation that gives him this year.
Yeah.
And we'll see what kind of game plan that Sirianni gives them uh next year
Facts.
for him just to kind of break that 3K mark.
Yeah.
But I think
Facts. Facts.
he can. Like
He absolutely
he
can.
easily can.
Absolutely. Even statistically, right? Like, was it 2 years ago? This man almost ran for like 1,000 yards. Like,
Yeah,
people were calling him a top 5 quarterback that year because he was putting up fantasy numbers, right? Running the
for
ball.
sure.
But then we see this year he didn't have to do that, right? But he can. That's the thing, he can. So the Super Bowl, he ran for 72 yards, right? He showed y'all I can do this. That was the second highest rushing game out of the whole season. So clearly, like when this man puts his mind to it or when it calls for that, he can do it. He can flip that switch. And to me, that's what makes him a champion. The fact that he can flip that switch. Pat was flicking that switch. That thing didn't turn on.
That's what I'm
He's
saying.
still flicking it.
That's what I'm
Still
saying.
flicking it.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like it's. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how that goes and how it transpires. But hopefully, I do want to see him get that kind of recognition that he gets, and not just being biased, just because like even before this, I really thought that Jalen Hurts should deserve a little bit more credit, even if he didn't win. It's like going to the Super Bowl is an achievement that a lot of these elite quarterbacks haven't done. So you got a lot of these quarterbacks haven't even gone recently, let alone win one.
Yeah. This man went twice in
Um,
3 years. Come on now.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and we're just like throwing shade, like that don't mean nothing. Like, bro, that's an ultimate goal.
Facts,
Forget
facts.
everything else. Like, what do you mean? Like, granted, like you got Eli Manning's in the Hall of Fame. Like, come on
Yeah,
now,
facts.
because of that.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
so stop. So stop the madness,
yeah. So,
man.
before we move on, I do have to ask, not to put a damper on your parade, because y'all
Yeah,
deserve all that. But there's already been some negativity coming out around Philadelphia
yeah.
after the Super Bowl. You got AJ Brown talking about, oh, it didn't feel as good as he thought because he wasn't as dominant as he wanted to be. You got Montez Sweat coming out talking about he should have been MVP, not Jalen Hurts. So as a Philly fan, how do you feel about that going into next year? Y'all won the chip and can't even
AJ,
enjoy it. What's up with that?
I think AJ Brown just needs to shut up. I think I know, real talk. AJ Brown's always like he's always about himself though. Like I don't know. Like I just don't like how he always Montez Sweat. Like what? Shut up! Like, what are you talking about, bro?
He had a great game. He had what, 2 sacks, I believe, a couple pass deflections. Like he had a good game.
I get that, but bro, no, 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 no. You didn't have. You didn't. You did. You did. But you didn't like. No. If anybody should be arguing,
Thank you. Thank you. Exactly. My point exactly.
like, shut up, bro. You're supposed to get a sack. That's your job. Like, if you don't get a sack,
Right.
that's not you didn't do good.
For a D lineman to win defense to win Super Bowl MVP, you better have 10 sacks that
That's
game.
what I'm saying. You got 2 sacks, okay? What the hell, like, bro? I'm just shut the hell up, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
seriously, seriously.
it's not like you went. It's not like you had a performance like Aaron Donald or like you had a
Right,
performance like Von Miller. Like,
right, right.
and it was a defensive game.
Mhm.
It wasn't a defensive game. Like those Super Bowls were defensive games where they were a low scoring game and it was a defensive game. And they were won by the defense,
Yeah,
which is why defensive players won. It was 40-22. Shut the hell up. Offense won the game. Defense stopped the game, but you didn't score no pick six. Now, if you had two sacks, two forced fumbles, and then a pick six, okay, you have a strong argument.
right. Now we can talk.
Now we can talk. You had 2 sacks. All right, and a smackdown. Slap the ball, whatever. Shut up. Good game, but like, okay. And AJ Brown, every time, bro, you always complaining, bro. You won a
Always,
Super Bowl.
always. Literally the next day, like that's my like. I don't even think y'all had a parade yet. He's literally complaining the next day. I'm like, what are we doing?
You won an ultimate Super Bowl.
And had a decent game. Like the man caught a touchdown in the Super Bowl. Like, what are we talking about? Just because you didn't have,
I don't understand. I don't understand. He
I don't
scored a
get it.
touchdown.
I don't get it.
The
I don't get
man,
it.
the man can't be satisfied, bro. The man scored a touchdown.
I'm worried. I'm not. I guess my last question: are you worried for next year, or you still feel like y'all are favorites? Because I'm worried.
I don't know. I think we need to. He had 3 receptions, 43 yards, and a touchdown. Like
It's
Devontae
not.
Smith, he had 4 receptions, 69 yards, and a touchdown. No one went crazy.
It wasn't needed. The game was over by halftime.
So what are you talking about, bro?
Right.
Like
You don't hear nothing from Saquon. This man averaged what, 1.5 yards a carry. You don't hear
he
a word
only had
from
like
him.
50 yards. He had like 25 carries.
Yes, you don't hear a word from him.
Shut up, bro.
Yeah.
Like you about to get cut or traded again. If I was a GM and he was complaining for winning the Super Bowl, I'm getting you out of here, bro. Like I don't got time for that. For what? I can easily get a new number one
Bro,
that's gonna complain less.
give me T. Higgins tomorrow. We'll be straight. We'll
Literally,
be straight.
the same dude
Yeah, literally.
that's gonna complain less.
Yeah.
T. Higgins, anybody but you. Take your ass to Cincinnati, where they just All they do is get stats and lose.
Right, right.
At least you got a ring and just chase whatever you want to chase. Give me Cooper Cup. That's who. That's what we need. Damn, bro. Shut up. Like I didn't even know about that. To be honest, I didn't even know about AJ Brown
Yeah.
complaining.
Literally the next day. Next day. He said it didn't feel how it's supposed to feel. That's what he said.
Whatever that's supposed to mean.
I don't know. Maybe it wasn't tight enough. I don't know. I don't get it.
Exactly. What do you want to feel? Yes. So
Cut that out.
exactly. And what do you want to feel? Like I'm confused. What are you
Oh,
supposed to
shoot.
feel? That's weird. Like you have the Super Bowl ring. You just felt the trophy. I'm confused, bro. I don't know what you're trying to feel, but you have the ultimate feeling.
I've felt some amazing things in my lifetime. Nothing as amazing as Super Bowl.
I would assume we would
Nothing.
never feel that.
No,
Oh,
no.
it's like you got people crying right now. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So it's like it's weird, man. But AJ is a complainer, bro. He could never like if you do that, you're gone. If I heard that as a GM, you're done, bro. I'm tired. It's been all season, and at this point, nah, I'm good, bro.
Yeah. Facts.
I'm literally good. There's so many players out there that I can just literally. I'm going for Cooper Cup. I'm going for Cooper Cup ASAP. I'm giving you to the Rams.
Yep. I don't know. I don't know. I'm worried for y'all next year. I'm rooting for y'all because once I love Jalen, I love Saquon, but man, next year is gonna be interesting.
It will be. It will be. I hope they make some moves because please, you can't have that again.
Wait, one thing about y'all, that y'all gonna make some moves. That's for sure.
Oh
Y'all
yeah,
not afraid to make moves.
for sure, for sure, for sure. So we'll see. We'll definitely see what happens as we transition to a little bit to the NBA. The NBA All Star Weekend just happened. Valentine's Day weekend, Sweethearts Weekend. So they switched it up this year, and it was a completely different format. I didn't even realize it. I didn't even know until I was paying attention.
Hmm.
Um, about like a day or two in, and I was like, "Oh, this is a completely different format." The four main analysts on the team on the TNT panel pick and chose their team, and they battled it out against their their players that they picked. It was Chuck, Kenny, Shaq,
And Candace had a team.
and Candace had a team,
She had the Rising Stars.
and I guess they drafted their players, and it was the best of 40 points. Best of 40 points, and they did like a little March Madness bracket. And basically, whoever won the actual trophy, and it was just very different style. And but you can kind of tell it was that being different. It was there were some pros and cons to it, right? Because there was a little bit of lack of effort. There was a little bit of like, okay, like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? But there was it was still some good basketball, but you could just tell it wasn't the same. How did you feel about that the new format? Do you think it was cool? Do you think they should keep doing it? I think it's probably gonna be that way. But how did you feel about that new format?
About the format specifically, I enjoyed it. I actually really enjoyed it. I think breaking the guys up into smaller teams makes it a little more competitive, like because everyone has a role. You know what I mean? You don't just have bench players only playing 2 minutes in the All Star game. That makes it a little more prideful for everyone too. Like
Mhm.
even got teammates going against each other. You got guys playing against their former teams or whatever, whatever. It just felt a little more personal, which I like. I think that kind of drives the competitiveness between the guys. But like you said, it was a mixed bag. Like you could still tell some guys were giving effort, some weren't. You know what I mean? There is even some instances. I know they showed Wimby specifically where he's out there giving it his all, and then his teammate gives up the game-winning bucket, like not even playing any type of defense. So the kind of mismatch of energy and effort that was a little off-putting. But overall, man, I like the idea, and I love the idea of playing to a certain score. Because even if you don't care throughout the game, it makes you tighten up at the end, at least. You know what I mean? So I definitely appreciate that. It's working wonders in the Unrivaled League with the WNBA, man. We got to talk about that next episode because that league is going
Yeah,
crazy. I don't know if you
yeah,
watched it, but that league is going crazy.
yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, any aspects like that that we can bring into the NBA, I love it. But this one statistic I heard, I don't know how much of the game you watch. TNT and the NBA did the absolute most for no reason. It wasn't All Star Weekend was not about basketball. It was about everything else. The commercials, the celebrities, the jokes, the outfits. Like, it was not about basketball. And I saw this stat that said the All Star game specifically, it was 128 minutes of TV coverage, 27 minutes of basketball. And I don't know if that's right, but watching the game visually, that's what it felt like.
Hmm.
You got breaks halfway through the game. It's a shortened game. What do I need a break for? I'm only playing the 40. You got Kevin Hart commentating live, like over the loudspeaker as dudes are running up and down the court. Like, what is this and one? Like, what are we doing? Why are you commentating while I'm playing? Cracking jokes that clearly are not funny. You got the introductions took 30 minutes. Like, this is not about basketball. I think if they would have kept it about basketball, guys actually would have gave more effort. But they want to turn it into this, whoop-de-doo sideshow. It's like, okay, well, why try when y'all are just making a mockery of the game? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Yeah,
So that's my biggest issue. And the last thing I'll just point out is the main thing guys always talk about as to why they don't give effort in All-Star game is injuries, right?
correct.
What worse way to get injured than all this stop and go in the game? Y'all
That
are making me
part.
stop in the middle of a game going to 40. I'm stopping halfway through for a 10-minute dumbass Kevin Hart mini joke session. Like, what are we talking about? I'm
Yeah,
getting
exactly.
stiff. I'm just running up down the court and I'm getting stiff and I gotta warm back up. Like, what are we talking about?
Correct.
So I mean, yeah, man, great idea, poor execution. That's how I'm gonna sum up what I gotta say.
Nah, I totally agree with that. With that, I think it was that extra stuff. If it was limited to a certain amount of minutes, it wouldn't have been that bad. But like they had the fan shooting
Yeah,
the Mr. Beast thing and then shooting against Damon Lillard. I
forgot
was
about
like,
that.
what is going on? I thought
What are we
a game was
doing?
going on.
Yes, what are we
'Cause
doing?
I had to stop real quick and pause. I had to do something, and then
Yeah.
I came back, and then I see Dame shooting against a 12-year-old. I said, "What?" I said, "What happened to the game?" I literally
Yeah,
did not know what was going on. I thought I was watching something else.
yeah.
I was like, "Let me go back to the All Star." I was like, "I thought I switched the channel by
Messed up
accident."
the channel change.
I said, "How did he start shooting against a 12-year-old?"
Man,
Like
thought it
out
was a
of
PBS.
nowhere, though.
Yeah, literally, literally.
To me, it felt like out of nowhere.
Yeah,
I'm like, bruh, what? They were just on the court. Like, nah.
yeah. And this is
Then
in the
the
middle of
12
a
year old's
game.
running.
This is in the middle of a game. Like it's not like we're talking about before they start or after. So this is in the middle of a game.
Yeah, middle of the game. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like I left for like an hour.
Right, right.
I, it was weird, bro. And I was like,
What are we doing?
I don't. I agree with you. The format is not bad. The format was cool, but the extraness of it was just confusing and
Yeah,
just kind of like, I, I don't know what's going on.
yeah,
I kind of don't want to watch no more.
yeah.
Like I don't even think I watched the championship match because I
I
was
didn't either.
like,
I got tired of it.
yeah. At that
Yeah,
point, I was like, yeah, I don't know what else is gonna pop up. And at this point, I really don't care.
yeah,
I just don't care anymore.
yep. I got tired of it.
Yeah, so it was just to a point where I think like it did a little too much. Like I like the format that they've been doing the
Hmm.
past few years with having a regular game and then the last whatever 25 points just all out, like that's been good.
Yeah, yeah,
Keep it that way, bro.
yeah. I don't really know why they stopped that. Yeah, I don't know why they stopped that.
Like stop do like what like stop this like stop.
Yeah, yeah,
I get it, Adam. You're trying to like I don't know what you're trying to do, but like I don't know, but that was good. That was making All-Star Weekend something to watch. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Like the NBA is the only All-Star game that I enjoy. Only thing that people like to actually watch.
Yeah, facts.
And don't make this no don't make turn this into a Pro Bowl thing.
Please,
Please.
please, because that's y'all are skating the edge. Y'all are on the line right now.
With this little stunt y'all pulled,
Yes.
it's on that line, my boy. So don't turn it into no Pro
Yes.
Bowl. You turn it
Yeah.
into a Pro Bowl, it's gonna. I tell you right now,
Might as well call it toilet bowl.
you might as well Pro Bowl Part 2.
Exactly. Well, one thing for sure, I better not see Kevin Hart on my TV next year.
That's what
I don't care if it's a celebrity game, All Star game, a commercial, none of that. I do not want to see this man on my TV.
that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna throw something at it, man. Like, I promise you, bro. Like, golly, it was
Yeah, trying to do the
confusing.
most. Trying to do
It
the
was just
most.
very confusing,
Yeah,
and it was like I just think that if everything else was toned down to a minimum, it wouldn't have been terrible, but it was just a little bit too much. So
facts.
so
And
what? So
sorry, I know we got to move on for a sec, but real quick too, I wanted to bring this up. Did you hear Draymond's comments about the All Star
I
game?
did not. I heard about it, but I didn't hear everything. Go ahead though.
So, just a quick summary. Draymond was going off. First of all, I don't even know why this man was on the coverage as a commentator, anyways. But
Yeah.
anywho, this man took the time to go off on how the rising stars should not have been in the game, how they didn't deserve a spot in the game, and how they don't deserve to be on the same court as these all stars, and how it's a waste of their time and it's disrespectful to the guys who are actually chosen as all stars to have to play against these rising stars. And I'm talking about the ones that were on Candace's team.
Hmm.
So I just want to know if you maybe had an opinion on his take, if you agree with it, maybe, or just kind of what you thought. This man was very upset. He went off about this.
Interesting. I think he. I mean, he kind of has a point. I mean, there's a way to say certain things, right? However, in a sense, he's right. I mean, I'm an all-star, right? You know how many people work really hard to become an all-star? You're just chosen to be a rising star a lot of times because you're just a rookie. And you're one of like the best rookies, and most of the time you're probably one of the only
Yeah,
rookies still
not
available.
even not even the best for him.
And you're not
Just a
even the
rookie.
best, but you're just chosen because you're just a rookie
Yeah,
and you're still on a team.
yeah,
So like when you're an all-star, you're the best player of your organization. And you're representing your team and you're the best player in the country. So in a sense, he's right. The rising stars should be playing against themselves. As they should be. That's how it's been the whole time. Because technically it looks like they're all stars.
yeah. They're sharing the court on Sunday with All Stars.
Like, nah, you're not an all-star. You're a rising star. Because who's to say that you're going to be in the league next year?
Damn, that's facts. That's true.
So to his point,
Yeah,
it's very valid. So like when I saw it too, I was kind of like, that's interesting.
hmm
You're playing with Jokic. You're playing with
same court.
LeBron James.
Yeah.
You're playing with Tatum. You're playing with KD. You're
hmm
playing with Kyrie. You're playing with your Alex Sarr,
hmm
your Castle, your Stefan Castle. You're a good player, but you're not an all-star. These are people who put in time. Like you have all-star snubs that have not made it because and upset because they're not all-stars.
Talk to him. Talk to him.
You know what I'm saying? So look at it from that perspective. And you're sharing the court with them? Nah, get your ass out of here. You are not an all-star. You're sharing the court on a Sunday. You should be playing on a Friday. You got to switch that up. That's one thing I agree with Draymond Green on.
Yeah.
You're not an all-star, bro. You need to be playing on Friday. Like, because you don't deserve to play on Sunday. That's the big main stage.
Facts. Facts.
Everybody watches All-Star Weekend to watch All-Stars, not no rising stars. I'm not coming to watch no damn fucking Alex Sarr. Who are you?
You roasting this man, Alex Starr.
Because, bro, like,
Catching strays. He never gonna come on the show.
I'm just saying.
Out of all the
I'm
rising
just
stars, you gotta
saying,
pick on
like,
this man.
that's the only name I can pronounce right now because every other rookie I cannot pronounce. Their names are so long and like, bro, all the other names that were on there, bro, it's like, who are you?
Yeah, literally.
Who?
Yeah.
Half of the people that were there were at the dunk contest. And I did not know their names. Neither could I pronounce it.
Yeah.
So it was like, yo, bro, gotta go.
Facts.
You're not an all-star.
Facts. I like it. Good take. Good take.
So, I mean, I respect it. Until you become one, you're more respectful in being one.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
But, I mean, you gotta take pride on it, man. That's like, I mean, granted, it's like a beginner wanting to play with one of us.
Mhm.
Like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got like sorry.
That's literally when they try to ask someone to your group and you're on the D box, and this man's clearly like a 30 handicap.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, we'll go ahead.
Right.
You know
You
what I'm
go in front
saying?
of
Or
us.
you go ahead. Or we're not actually we're gonna go ahead. Because we're just gonna you're gonna slow us up. So it's just you just don't deserve to be here.
Yeah, facts. That's a great analogy. Facts.
I mean, you just don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't deserve to be here. You didn't put in the time.
Facts. Facts. Yeah.
And that's what it boils down to.
Yeah. I honestly think that that's 1000% the only reason LeBron didn't play. 1000%. LeBron pulled out the day of with a quote unquote foot injury. And I 1000% believe he didn't want to play because he doesn't deserve. He's been in the league for 20 years and he's sharing the court with these dudes on a Sunday who have barely played half a season so far. Like, I seriously think that's 1000% why this man's trying to prove a point.
Probably. It's like, yo, who are you?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't care if I gotta play against y'all on a regular day. Cause like obviously it's different. But All-Star weekend, who are you?
Yeah. Facts. Facts. I'm gonna sit this one out. That's literally what LeBron said. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, bro. Like, I would understand. Nah, you ain't finna share the court with me? I'm my 20th All-Star?
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah.
I'm sharing the court with you?
Yeah.
Alex Sarr? Yo, I'm good, bro. Let me go chill with the fam. Go enjoy these beignets.
Right? Oh, shoot.
Like, come on, man. Like, come on. Like, let's do better. Let's do better. Nah, bro. We picking rising stars. We have so many other players. Pick other all stars. It needs to be strictly just all stars. Change that up.
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
Change that up. But yeah. So as we transition, man, I think that we are having a lot of good matchups, right? Coming up, a lot of good head-to-heads in basketball that are happening. Like a lot of former teams playing against their former players playing against their former teams, all these different transitions happening. What do you think is like going to be like the biggest former player, former team matchup coming up this far? That's going to be a big game to watch.
Well, I mean, the entire world was excited for the Dallas and Laker game. And then Street Clothes had to go do what Street Clothes does, you know? So he ruined that for a lot of people. They were already tickets selling for $5 grand plus. So I feel so bad for those people who bought those tickets.
For sure.
So, I mean, with that out the window, I mean, obviously, I still want to see Luca go off against his old team, but it would have been so much sweeter to have AD on the court as well.
For sure.
But since that kind of got taken away from us, I'm actually really looking forward to the first time Jimmy Butler goes back to Miami.
Yeah.
Because how ugly that situation played out, how ugly it ended, and how petty I know Jimmy Butler is. I can't wait to see him go back down to Miami. The Warriors have been playing phenomenal, 4-1 since he joined the team a couple weeks ago. I just saw the other day. I think they're beating teams by an average of almost 16 points since Jimmy Butler joined. So I mean, they're looking tremendous. I want to see him go back down to Miami, not only get the dub, but also put up 30 on them
Yeah.
and throw a middle finger to Pat Riley on the way out.
Yeah.
Like I literally think he would do that exact thing. So I can't wait to see that matchup.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I'm definitely looking forward to the Luca coming back to Dallas.
For sure.
I think
It's gonna be must see TV.
that's gonna be must see. I'm already looking at tickets.
Mhm.
That is the highest ticket game this year for Mavericks. Like I went to 2 Mavericks games, they were both $20. I look
You
at that
kidding me?
game, every seat right now is $3.50.
For
And
nosebleed.
this is nosebleeds. I'm about to just put in my coupon for the show. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. I said, what? I said, bro, and the game isn't until April 9th.
It's only gonna get worse.
It's only gonna get worse. So I'm like, golly, I don't know what to do. But I have to go to the game. I
Yeah.
think I have to. Like,
Yeah.
and
Luca might put up 82.
I think he's gonna go for it.
He's gonna go
And,
for it.
and you know what's crazy? You know what? I might have to get a Luca Lakers jersey.
Hey, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I think it's a smart move. The jersey gonna be good for the next 10 years. It's a smart move. It's a
So
smart move.
I might have to do it.
For sure. For sure.
I might have to do it. But I'm really looking forward to that matchup. And I think that's going to be the biggest one. AD will be healthy in that game. So he's projected to be back middle of next month.
He'll be back, all right. Back hurt. I
Hopefully,
promise you that.
he'll be healthy enough to play in that game.
We'll see.
But we'll see. But yeah, so that's going to be a crazy game. Hopefully, it's be full. That's going to be a playoff setting game. And it could be the way the seedings are set, it could be around 1 or around 2 series game.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
That would
that's
be
going to
fire.
be even more crazier.
That would be fire. Yep.
So yeah, man, I'm just looking forward to it, bro. But yeah, I think we're going to wrap it up. But this has been definitely dope. Definitely gonna have a lot more to talk about as we transpire and get more deeper into the NBA. A lot of things are transpiring as we get into playoff season. MLB is right around the corner and starting to kind of ramp up a little bit more.
Yep.
And a lot of different things. And the new WNBA league.
Yes.
That is really taking off.
Yeah.
I watched like
Back.
one game and I was really impressed
Man.
on what I've been seeing, and it's kind of like the big three of NBA.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Of like women,
yeah, but faster. Yeah, for sure.
but they're not retired, which is
Right.
crazy.
Nah, yeah, they're hooping.
Yeah, so we're definitely gonna get more into that and gonna get real involved in WNBA, that league. So
Facts.
appreciate everyone that's been supporting us. Appreciate all the support always. You know what to do when it comes to following us. So likewise, y'all, always continue. We appreciate everything and we are out of there.